Well, welcome to Saturday Sports on Western Spring Television, and this is the maiden edition. We're giving you reviews and previews of Europe's top 5 league. We'll also be looking at other sports, but chiefly we'll be talking majorly on the English Premier League and what went on last week and what is to expect this week. In today's show, we'll be looking at Onomes AB's belief in the Super Falcons and how they are trying to put themselves in order to make sure that in 99 days to come, they'll actually prepare very well for that World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. They will travel all the way to the Nigerian Women's Football League, where the Ocean Babes are relegated because of their loss at home against Bayelsa Queen on Thursday, rather. And they'll be looking forward to the Nigerian Premier Football League, where the Super 6 places is up for grabs. The likes of Benden Insurance, the likes of Aimba and Rivers United will be locking horns to see if they can actually see those top 6 places and actually go to the next round of the competition. They will travel to England. We'll be looking at reviews from last week. They'll be looking at previews and what is to expect in the games to come. My name is Agi Testimony. I'm joined by Jeffrey Yere, and I will not be doing the show alone. Together we'll dissect this show and give you analysis about what is to come. Welcome, Jeffrey, and what a week we had last week. Arsenal-Liverpool, stupendous game, and I think that game was like the peak of the bunch, because almost everybody were talking about the game. They were like, okay, this got to be the game of the season, because at one point in the game, Arsenal were leading 2-0 comfortably before, according to some pundits, they said Granit Xhaka poked the bees and woke the Anfield crowd.
Yeah, true, if you say so, because that game, even after the 2 ahead winning, then Liverpool, I think their team, they started feeling the heat at that first half due to some certain things that the players, they were not really able to deliver well. If not, that first half should have been 2-2 draw. Then second half, Liverpool would have bounced back. And even at second half, then Salah missing that penalty, it was a huge setback for them, because that would have given them the more drive to push harder. Okay,
we'll come all over to those analysis and those games later on, but then we'll start from the home front, when the Super Eagles keeper Onome Ebu maintains the teams has the quality to reach the semi-finals of the 2023 Women's World Cup. Earlier in March, she said this, and after their win against the New Zealand, she actually came out to try to reclaim and restate that statement, saying that the team has all the power to actually win that game. We saw 3 days ago, when they trumped the New Zealand team 3-0, and I think that gives them some sort of morale booster and confidence. So what do you think? Do you think they can go all the way to actually win this thing? Because if you look at how Nigeria has fared in the last World Cups, they haven't played particularly well when it comes to the greater stage. In Africa, they have been dominating proceedings. They are 8-time AFCON women's champion, and that goes to say the quality they have in the side and what they can bring to on the side, the momentum and all of those things. But then, if you look at what their performances in their last few games, you actually say that, okay, maybe her semi-final predictions is not realistic.
Okay, and my say or my take for this one, the Super Falcons, they are in the same group with, like, the toughest group, I would say, because they are placed together with Canada, Australia, and Ireland. So for them winning this, like coming up at top or winning this group stage is something that will not be easy for them. But on the long run, I think they've been trying for their last 3 games. They've been winning back to back. Okay, beating New Zealand, Haiti.
If you look at that, before the back-to-back wins, they won against Haiti, which is like a normal walkover against Haiti. New Zealand, you would say they are co-hosts, they are hosting with Australia. In 99 days, the World Cup kicks off proper. And I think all of these are some sort of preparations towards the bigger stage, because then Waldrum, people are calling for Waldrum's neck to say, oh, you have to give this team a little bit of breather, because the Super Falcons are known to actually wallop their opponents, especially in Africa. Do you think if that time comes, they have like all the things? Because we have the likes of Asisia Teshola, Onome Ebi, who is the skipper. We have the likes of Ashley Pompey. We have the likes of Rashida Ajibade, who plays for Atletico Club, the Madrid feminine team. Do you think they have all the things? They have the right players, the quality to actually go all the way to the semi-finals? Because we have the likes of the United States, we have the likes of France, who are dominating the bigger stage, not just Africa. They are dominating the bigger stage. England. And the England just won the Euros 2024. Do you think they have the quality, and Waldrum has all it takes to take this team to the next stage?
Okay, I'll say with the right morale and the right energy, they can do anything they want. Because I know this is Onome's last. This is the last match for international, right? So I think with everything happening, they would want to go far, and if they have the right momentum and drive, yeah, they can beat the group stage and even proceed higher.
Okay, enough for that one. 99 days onto the World Cup comes, and the Nigerian will be representing the African continent back there in Australia. And when that one comes, we'll talk more about it. Then we'll move on to the Nigerian Women's Football League as Bayelsa Queens, Confluence Queen, Edo Queens, Rivers United all progressed to the Super 6 as our own very Ocean Babes got relegated after they played a 1-0 loss to Bayelsa Queens over Wednesday. Reigning champions Bayelsa Queens, 2021 champions Rivers United, Confluence Queens and Edo Queens all progressed to the deciding tournament after wins in match day 13 matches. Bayelsa United compounded the woes of Ocean Babes, sending them to relegation after they won by a goal to nil, courtesy of the first goal by Zainab Olapade. Another Group A team, Rivers Angels, also jumped on the bandwagon to complete the 3 teams to make it to the group after a 1-0 win against Heartlands Queens. The goal was scored by Okuchukwu Chiamaka. In Group B, Confluence Queens' goalless draw with Nasarawa Amazons at the local stadium was enough to give Confluence Queens the qualification spot. And in Group B, Confluence Queens' goalless draw Edo Queens with an emphatic 4-0 over the Ibom Angels to include their name amongst the team to have made it to the Super 6. Goals from Godwin Eunice and own goal by Friday Esther, Abidin Suliat and Fajubi Yetunde gave the comfortable wins to the Edo Queens, while Group B have a slot left for the 3 teams to complete the 3 teams that will make it to the Super 6. The match day 13 full results are Adamawa Queens 1-0, Abia Angel 0. Ocean Babes fell at home to Bayelsa Queens by 1-0. Confluence Queens 0-0 with Nasarawa Amazons. Rivers United walloped their neighbors Heartland Queens by a 1-goal. Then Nigerian Rattles actually played a goalless draw against Nigeria and Delta Queens. Then Edo Queens were 4-0 victors over Ibom Angels. So if you look at it, I think it's quite a sorry state for Ocean Babes, because we almost see them every Thursday when they train, and you just have to feel sorry for them, because these girls work so hard, try to make sure that they don't drop. Normally we know them to be like a mid-table team, but for them to be able to go past that and move from being a mid-table team and going to like be one of those contenders, because if you look at Rivers Angels, if you look at Edo Queens, if you look at Confluence Queens, they don't want to give up their crown so easily. They don't want to actually just leave the top spot for any other team who is not ready. And for Ocean Babes, do you think it's just down to management, or the team is not good enough to actually represent in the top flight of women's league?
Yeah, for the Ocean Babes, I feel the entire team and the management needs proper checking, because for 3 games or 4 games so far, they play at home and they keep losing, and which is something very bad. Like, you keep losing at your own home, it's not really a good thing. To either they win them 2-0 or 1-0, and the funniest thing is that they don't even have a goal. Like, they can't even score back. So I feel the team, maybe they are physically or mentally down, and they need proper coaching. The coaching system still needs to change, because this pattern.
But then if you look at, sorry to cut you short, but if you look at confidence-wise,
okay,
they don't play with so much confidence. They don't play with so much confidence. Even if you have the right players, they don't play with so much confidence due to the fact that maybe they don't have the right players, or they fear their opponent so much. Bayelsa Queens, we know them. They are sometimes 3rd place finalists in the Confederations Cup, and that should give anyone a little bit of scare, because these people know their way around the football pitch. They can actually score goals. They can actually attack you from the flanks through the middle. But then, do you think it's just down to fear, or they don't have so much belief in themselves, the Ocean Babes? Because now they are relegated from the Nigerian Women's Football League top flight. This is an abridged league, seven teams per group. We have Group A and we have Group B, 7 teams per group. And did you think it is just down to them not having enough confidence? Because if it comes to moral support, we often see the governor of Ocean State, Adeleke, visiting them, trying to give them that moral support. Even their last game, they won the loss against Bayelsa United, gives them that moral support. That goes to see that there might be so, and even he might actually transcend, make a way to actually give them these incentives they need to perform optimally. But it's not working. It's not showing on the field of play, and now they are relegated.
Okay, for them, I feel like the patterns that they've been using for their play, they should try and adjust it a bit, because this is something they've done not once, not twice, not 3 times, and still they keep on losing. Because when you do something in one particular way and you find total fault at it, you need to change your pattern, because if now they are relegated, so I think they'll have to wait on that try. If you're talking about moral support, I do go there to watch a match every Wednesday or Thursday, and there are people always there cheering them up. So I don't think the fans have issues with. I think it's the team and the coach. Maybe they're having issues in the dressing room or with the coaching, and maybe they're having issues with a particular teammate type of play, and they mess up at the field, because you can't keep losing. To me, at home ground, it's not good.
Now, away from that, the Ocean Babes are relegated. If you're just joining us, the Ocean Babes are relegated, and the Super Six is set to take place with the normal contenders there. We have the Rivers United, Rivers Angels. We have the Confluence Queen. We have the Confluence Queen, Edo Babes. They're all there, and there's a spot left, so we'll actually look at that one and see how it pans out at the end of the day. Then now we'll move on to the Nigerian Premier Football League, where the Super Six qualification for the Super Six has heightened, but then we have a team who are performing very, very well, and that is the Doma United, and their manager is full of praise for the team, and he said that the Doma United have been performing beyond expectations, even though they are playing in the Elite League for the first time in their history. They're playing for the first time in their history. So it's a little bit of coming to the league for the first time. We saw the likes of Benden Insurance. We saw the likes of Dakada FC when they came to the league for the first time.
Yeah.
And you want to feel that there's this little bit of belief that these big boys cannot just walk over us, because we have so much. We have all it takes to actually go up against them 2-for-2 and actually give them all the problems they want. They sit currently fourth in the league, and they can actually qualify for the Super Six. I think it'd be historic for them if they actually do that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'll talk about Bender Insurance first. Like, they've been out of the NPL for quite some time now, and them coming back. The thing they have with them, like, their is like they don't want to lose.
Okay.
They just want to be at the top. So, and for the other one, you call Doma
United,
yeah.
And that's FC.
Okay, them starting. I think they have. Like I said, they have the right momentum and the right drive. Everything with them is like they feel they can win it. And with the proper push, they can truly do anything they want to do. And for Rivers, I think because of the AFC Championship going about, so they're having tough matches there, and even now still. So I don't blame them if they are messing up in the Nigeria Premier League, because it's not their fault. Like, you need to be focused on one, and you need to be focused on another.
Now, looking at Rivers United, because you've jumped the gun, Rivers United, you've jumped the gun here. If you look at them, the game against Lobby Stars away from home, they actually started the game. The first half ended goalless draw, and when the second half started, the second half produced 5 goals. We had the likes of Farouk Mohamed scoring first for the visitors, Rivers United, in the 64th minutes, and Umar Abba scored in the 69th minutes. Then in the 86th minutes, the Lobby Stars took the lead by Wasiu Alalade in the 86th minutes. Then Yama Nekebari Uwagwa equalized in the 90th minutes, and all hell broke loose when Annie Elijah stole the winner for them. Rivers United, they are second on the log at this point in time, and it's quite. I think other teams are coming, the likes of Niger Tornadoes, the likes of Doma United. We talked about Doma United.
Yeah.
They want to actually go on and play in Super Six because the incentives are mad. The incentives are something that will actually want to give anyone or spoil anyone into that direction. Rivers United didn't perform particularly well. This is a game that you're away from home. You could have easily actually won that.
I felt like the red card they got maybe shaking them a bit. I felt the red card Rivers United got for that match maybe shaking their morale a bit, because it's not with when the card coming into the match, it destabilized the players. So I felt maybe it's not their fault, but at least they tried.
They tried, but normally on the Nigerian scene, when people like this in the Nigerian Premier Football League, when they go away from home, and look at the time, it's 90 minutes, and all you just have to do is to lock shop. Don't let in more goals. Rivers United are winners last season, and they're looking. The technical advisor, Stanley Eguma, has come out to say, even Fatai Osho, who resigned and came back in 24 hours, came out to say that, see, this team are not relenting. This is just the first phase of the competition, for instance. This is the first phase. After this phase, we'll go to the Super Six, and there we can bring out our elements and try to cause problems for those who want to come, actually come and try to play us. Now, let's move over to your brothers, like the Bender Insurance. They are doing fantastically well this season. They haven't lost any game. But then, if you look at their last 5 games, they haven't actually won. Their last win came against Eimba, and that was a 1-0 victory. And since then, after the election break, they came back. They haven't actually won any game. Most times, they take the lead very early, and the opponents get the equalizer. But then, they have not really shown us what they are made of when they actually started the game. Imade is not scoring as much as we would like. Sereki is not performing. What do you think? Do you think they can actually go the first phase of the season unbeaten? Because this is just today's game. Tomorrow's game, if it comes, will be the 14th game, and they are 13 games into the season already, and I can actually do that and go into the Super 6.
I feel most of the players, they are drained. Like, they've been stressing themselves from start till now, and it's really telling on the players. And I feel like their last game against Eimba that they won 1-0, I feel that started the whole draw stuff, because you could check about Liverpool, when Liverpool defeated Manchester United 7-0, and since then they've been having issues with winning. I feel maybe that's the same case, but at least they're trying. They've not lost any game. Either they draw or they win. And my total support is for Bende Insurance, because like, I'm from Edo State and that's my team. So I feel they just need, all the players, they just need to be calm, and they should be shuffling players for each game that goes on every week, because most players, the stress is really telling on them. Them coming back to win it and them facing so many difficulties is really telling on the players, and fatigue still builds up. So the players, they just need more rest and more training though, but just good coaching and good advices.
Oh, good coaching and good advices. That's what I thought of Jeffrey Yere. And the league table, Bende Insurance are top of Group A with 13 matches played, 7 wins, 6 draws, and no losses. And their last 5 games, they've drawn their last 4, which is for some people not impressive. Then Aqua United follows second, 13 points, 6 games won, 5 games drawn. They've lost 2. And go to Group B, we have the likes of Lobby Stars topping proceedings there. They have 26 points from 13 games. They've won 8, drawn 2, and lost 3. Rivers United sitting second, and they've played a game less. They've played 12, won 5, drawn 5, and they've lost 2 in that one. And we'd like to see how the matchups go, because this week is very, very interesting in the Nigerian Premier Football League, because we have matches to go down. Today, we have the likes of Nasarawa United will face Gombe United by 2 p.m. today. Then tomorrow, we have the likes of Bayelsa United. We welcome Lobby Stars. Plateau United will welcome Aqua United. Alkalami Warriors will face Shooting Stars. Kwara United will face Eimba. Enugu Rangers will face Niger Tornadoes. Abia Warriors will face Sunshine. Rivers United will face Dakata IFC. Then Doma United will host Wiki Torres. Then Remo Stars, I think that's the biggest game. Before we go on this break, just a quick analysis. Remo Stars, Bende Insurance. Remo Stars have been doing fantastically well. I think of all English Nigerian Premier Football League teams this season, we've actually had good social media engagement with fans from the Remo Stars, and that just goes to show you the vision of the club, what they actually want to do. They want to have this kind of community, but then they've been making publicities for this game, Remo Stars versus Bende Insurance, the biggest game for this weekend. Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big one. Then I think that game will determine if Bende Insurance will keep to their winning streak and not losing a game. But for Remo Stars winning, it will be something big. But Bende
Insurance have something to protect. They have unbeaten to protect.
Definitely. And
ordinarily, if you ask anybody from Bende Insurance, they will tell you that, see, we didn't actually come into this season wanting to go unbeaten. But then it's happening. It's what's happening to Arsenal now. It's happening. And they want to believe that they can actually do these things. Normally, this poor form of runs, they've played their last 4 games without a win. Their last win came against Eimba. We would have easily seen a loss in that time. But then they've held their odds, especially against Eimba. After they equalized in that one, and they've gone on to play some other games, draw. And if you want to look at them, if you want to analyze this game, Remo Stars are a free scoring side, and that can actually cause problem. The reverse feature ended in favor of Bende Insurance when they won Remo Stars 2-0. And I think Remo Stars, they are hosting Bende Insurance this time. I think it will be a massive, massive game.
Yeah, definitely. But I believe in the likes of the defenders for Bende Insurance, they are not going to allow any player to just easily pass them and score. The game is going to be a really, really tough one, and I can't wait to see the outcome of it.
Oh, we can't wait to see the outcome of it. And now we'll go on a quick break and give you match highlights of the English Premier Football League, English League, where last weekend it was a roller coaster of emotions. We had the likes of Tottenham against Brighton. We had the likes of Arsenal against Liverpool. And all these things will give you match highlights. And when you come back, we'll do proper analysis on them.